Okay, in this video, you're going to learn or review how to use the library's catalog. You're going to start from this screen, your blue screen. You've already logged in with MMS-student, password student. We're going to click on Google Chrome, and we're going to type in the web address vanburenschools.net/MMS Media Center. My computer's running a little bit slow. Okay. vanburenschools.net. It'll probably recognize the address, and you can just hit enter at that point. vanburenschools.net/MMS Media Center. That takes us to the Schools Media Center page. Okay, you got a barcode half sheet of paper today. It was waiting for you on your computer when you arrived that told you where to sit. At this point, I would like you to answer your first quiz question by flipping over that barcode piece of paper, writing a number 1 on the back of that paper. Your first quiz question is, what is the web address of the Media Center web page? If you can't see the screen to write that down, you may use the parent note that was passed out to you earlier. It's the first line on the parent note, as well as the one that's listed here. Okay, once you have your first quiz question done, you're going to go down here and click on the library catalog. That takes us into the catalog. In the upper right hand corner, we're next going to click the login button, and the catalog asks us for our username and our password. Your username and your password are your 8-digit student ID number. So go ahead and type that in. 8 digits for your username, 8 digits for your password. It's your student ID number. Mine's a little bit different, so ignore the one that I'm putting in here. That will give you access to the catalog. Okay, quiz question number 2. What is your username to enter the library catalog? Your own personal username. Don't copy the person sitting next to you because their username is different. What is your username to enter the McBride catalog? Okay, next we are going to look around on the catalog. I have a few more tabs than you do. Everyone, though, should have the My Info tab. Let's click there and look at our own personal library information. These are the books that I have checked out. This is the book that I have on hold. This tells me the due date for the book, and as you can see, I'm very overdue on these books. This tells me the price of the book. This is what I would have to pay if I lost or damaged the book only. A lot of people see that price and think that they have to pay that in overdue fines. Not true. This is just the price if you need to replace the book because you've lost it. I have the option here to renew, but look what happens when I click this one. Allegiant is a very popular title, and there are people in our library who have it on hold. So when I tried to renew that book by clicking the renew button, it tells me that it can't be renewed, and that's because other people are waiting for it. So I need to return that book as soon as possible. Okay, also here, if I had any fines, they would show up in this space at this point. If you have fines or books that you still owe to Mr. Richards at Owen, you're going to need to contact him at Owen to talk about that. If you just have a book that you'd like me to send over to him, I'm happy to do that. All right, let's take a look at the library catalog now. We're going to click this other tab. and do some searching. First of all, let's search for that book called, okay, I'm going to do a search for a book called Gym Candy. Gym is in gymnasium. I've typed it in and I'm going to click title because it's the title of a book that I'm looking for today, just as an example. You can do this as well on your screen, but keep an eye up here so you can see what I'm referring to. Okay, the title of the book that I'm looking for is Gym Candy, and this screen here tells me that the library owns 4 copies of this book, but right now 0 of them are available. I can click on the title, and I get a screen with some choices over here, and you won't have as many choices, but you will have this choice down here that says hold it. So I can click that, and it will allow me to put a hold on this book, Gym Candy. So I'm going to click save, and now I have that book on hold. It usually gives me a message at the top that says we've received your request for the next available copy of this title and will notify you when your request is ready to pick up. You don't even need to be notified because I'm going to just bring you the book as soon as it's available. So you don't have to check back in. I'll bring it to you. A lot of times people will tell me that this hold it button is not on their screen. If you don't see the hold it option when you're in this information page of the book, it's probably because you didn't log in. Your name does not appear in the upper right-hand corner, and the computer doesn't know who it's communicating with. So you must be logged in order to place a book on hold because we need to know who we're placing the book on hold for. This information tells me that there is a wait time of 21 to 22 days for this book. So it gives me a little bit more information. I'll know that I shouldn't go looking for it tomorrow to show up. Okay, quiz question number 3. I would like you to tell me why it might happen that you would not have a hold it button when you go to place a book on hold. What might be the problem if you don't see a hold it button when you go to place a book on hold? I'll give you just a minute to write that one down for number 3. Okay, I'm going to go back to this library search button at the top of the screen so that I can conduct another library search. This time I want to talk about, once I find a book that I want, how will I find it on the shelf? So I'm going to do a search for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And what I see here is that the book Diary of a Wimpy Kid can be found in the KIN section of the library. Why is it in KIN? Because the author's last name is Kinney. So if I were to go and look for this book, I would head to the section that is the first letter of the author's last name. So let's do our 4th quiz question now. Quiz question number 4. Under what letter am I going to find Diary of a Wimpy Kid books shelved? Under which letter of the alphabet would I find Diary of a Wimpy Kid books? What letter do I have to go to? I'm going to give you a hint. It is not D. A lot of people would say D. That would be if we shelve the books by title. We do not shelve the books by title. We shelve them by author. So we need to know the first letter of the author's last name. Okay, that's it for today. I'm going to let you look for books now. The last thing I want to remind you of is when you are done searching, you need to make sure that you go up here to this log out button. Do not leave your library account open for the next person to come into the Media Center. Click log out and you will be safe. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks.